and we're gonna touch on, the people know who you are, but we're gonna touch on what you're, here to speak on. Can you hear me? Oh, I was telling you, Dr. We're gonna do 2 breaks.
Okay.
We're gonna do 2 5-minute breaks.
Okay.
And we're gonna touch on, people know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna touch on, the topic of the theme of why you're here to speak, and then we're gonna come back and talk about your book and different things.
Okay. Okay.
Churches all over Shreveport.
Now, when you were speaking just now, I didn't hear you through these.
There's a book signing tonight.
Yeah, meet and greet.
Oh, okay.
I forget the location.
That's what Lynn was telling me. It was a book signing tonight. Oh, it's the Uptown Bar.
You know where it's at?
Yeah, he texted me.
Where is it at, Charles?
You know where Brian Williams' building is? Because it's new.
Is it downtown?
You know where Ernest Orleans is?
Exactly.
It's near Ernest Orleans. It's
When
right
you
near
say
Ernest.
here, it's in the same.
Yeah, it's in the same.
Thank you. I know where it's at. I know.
I'm Apostle Cornell Hamilton, pastor and founder of Abundance for Freedom Ministry in Shreveport, Louisiana. Grace Oliver, my trainer.
No, what too, Sister Boy, we gotta confirm the time of the panel for me tomorrow morning.
Okay.
We are the heart of the local church.
Oh, and CJ,
933, the heart of
if
gospel. KOKA.
if the audience have any kind of questions,
Part and then him speaking somewhere around 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock.
It's only on KOKA.
okay, so everything is still as planned. Okay.
From what I understood from Terry.
Okay.
What time we need to show up to set the books up?
So, Mr. Lewis, what time are you gonna show up to set the books up?
The heart of gospel.
I was going to get there around 6 o'clock. Does he have his banner with him?
Yes.
Yes, he does.
Okay, good. Then I'll meet y'all when y'all leave the radio station so I can go down and have that set up. I wasn't going to bring the books in until he walked in.
Right. Till tomorrow. But what time is
By
that?
what time?
What time do people register and come in?
Say about 7:30.
Okay. Let me see.
What time do people start coming in?
What time? The event starts for 9, right?
So they had a meet and greet at 6. So,
Oh, you? Oh, I'm sorry, Lewis.
Tomorrow.
We talking.
Terry just called.
Okay. Then. See, you think
Oh,
we
he's talking about the
tonight?
night.
Yeah. So okay, so still, what time you want to?
We might be good with that box with you. Tell them, just keep them in the car because you got a box, and if we need them, we get them.
Barbara on the phone. What time is everybody getting? I know the meet and greet starts at 6. What time will everybody be getting there tonight?
Yeah, that's
Okay, so Mr. Lewis, Mr. Terrence and Mr. Lewis. Okay, so what we're concerned with is we have the books for tonight. We're trying to figure out, Lewis, what time are you gonna set up the books for tomorrow? Okay. Okay. Perfect then. Okay. At 8. Okay, Terrence, so everything is as scheduled.
Who's taking me over there in the morning?
You want me to ask? Dr. Umar said who's gonna take him to Southern in the morning. So the question, Mr. Dr. Terrence, who is going to? Okay, cool. Mr. Vincent, Dr. Vincent is going to take you. Okay. Any more questions?
No, I don't have any.
Okay. So,
Everything scheduled, though.
I can't hardly hear you, Mr. Dr. Vincent.
Yeah, I was saying everything on schedule, set up, ready to go.
Okay, perfect. So I guess we will see you all tonight at Ryan's place.
Yeah, you know we family with Terry. So
Dr. Vincent. Okay.
Barbara, call him when y'all leave here, okay?
Okay,
I'll just come up there in a few minutes.
okay.
Have that data.
Okay then. All right, Terrence.
Hey, you have fun. You got my number?
I don't.
Okay. Yeah, just text you. Okay. All right. No problem.
Okay, then I'll see y'all. Okay, all right. Okay, so 9 o'clock for the book setup in the morning.
Right.
Okay. And the event starts at what, 10 o'clock? I think.
I would have never made it without you. Yes, he's one of America's best gospel singers, and he has him on the radio. The Marvin Sapp Radio Show.
Yo, family, this is Marvin Sapp, jamming your favorite old school and new school gospel.
And airs Saturdays from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Shreveport's #1 gospel station. It's the biggest Sunday morning gospel show in our city. And you don't want to miss CJ Sunday Morning. It's aired on KOKA and our sister stations, KDKS and KBTT. On Sundays from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Here we go, y'all. Shreveport's #1 gospel station, 980 93.3 KOKA. Y'all already know we've been playing all of your favorite gospel music. And of course, let me just say to each and every one of you who are listening right now, it is important that you sit still. Just as my grandmother would say, you know, if you listen to grandma, you know we don't call you grandma, we call you Big Mama, all right? So if you're listening right now, I'm just saying, sit still, because we have an individual that I'm talking about. I've had an opportunity to talk to this brother once before, and I'm telling you, blew me away. I'm talking about this guy. I mean, his mind is insane. Let me just say it like that, in a good way. I'm talking about that's some serious intellectual property he got up there in his head. I'm talking about serious, all right? So let me just say to all of you that are listening to me, you know that the State of Black Shreveport is going to be coming up this weekend. It's actually kicking off tonight with the reception that's going to be taking place at the Uptown Bar and Lounge, which is located at 1605 Marshall Street. And also, just to kind of let you know that this is the 10th annual State of Black Shreveport, and the theme for this year is Unity Through Social Justice Reform. And on Saturday, there's going to be a panel and a symposium, which the keynote speaker is Dr. Umar Johnson, who is a certified school psychologist, a doctor of clinical psychology, and an author. I know why. Psychology is his thing. This man got a mind and can get your mind right if need be, all right? So let me just say to all of you all, please welcome the one and only Dr. Umar Johnson. Dr. Johnson, how are you feeling today, sir?
Peace and Pan-Africanism. Good Garvey Day to all my brothers and sisters here in Shreveport. Glad to be back.
Absolutely glad to have you back in the city, and it's always good to know that we have someone in our community who don't mind speaking truth to power, but doing it in a profound and very educated way. And Dr. Johnson, I just want to say thank you for being a voice, not just, in our country, but in our world. You're celebrated everywhere. Everybody loves the work that you do. So again, I want to say thank you for what you do. Now, Dr. Johnson, you're here, and you're here in the city to be a part of the State of Black Shreveport. And their theme this year in the State of Black Shreveport is dealing with social justice reform. What do you think about that, Dr. Johnson?
Social justice reform is a very important issue in our community. And I think that when we talk about social justice reform, we also have to look at reforming our own approach to the treatment that we receive from the power structures in the various cities where we live. In other words, a lot of what we suffer from is made worse by the fact that we do not push back, that we do not fight back, that we make it easy for oppression to operate by doing nothing about it. The great Frederick Douglass said, those who are whipped the easiest will be whipped the most.
Woo, woo, woo. Y'all see what I'm talking about? Y'all see what I'm talking about? Listen, I want to open the phone lines. This is what I want to do. I want to do something different. And I'm telling you, I don't want Dr. Johnson to give it all, because if he give it all, then what's going to literally happen is y'all going to say, you know what? I may not make it out. No, you need to come see this brother. You need to come and meet him. You need to come in person and hear what he have to say. So I'm going to open the phone lines. Y'all call me at 318-221-9802. I'm going to let at least a couple of people ask a question to Dr. Johnson. But Dr. Johnson, I got to say this to you. How much do you know about Shreveport? What do you know about Shreveport?
I'm learning. I've been studying ever since my first visit a few weeks ago on January the 30th. On my drive up from DeSoto, Texas, where I spoke the night before, I made it my responsibility to get online and learn as much as I could about Shreveport, the history, the culture, and more important, the current dynamics and challenges.
And what have you gathered thus far, just based off your, I know it hasn't been a huge observation, but just based off what you've observed previously in this city?
Well, what I've observed was that Shreveport is pretty much structured like a slave plantation, where most of the black people are in the field and only a few are in the house, and white people still running the entire show. That's what it appears to be.
So how do you, let me ask you this question. How do you solve a problem where you have a majority population of African Americans and where they have population power, but no economic power?
Organization is the first stage. The Honorable Marcus Garvey said the greatest weapon used against the Negro is disorganization. Stokely Carmichael, Kwame Ture said that if you organize a little, you'll get a little done. If you organize some, you'll get some done. But if you don't organize at all, you don't get anything done. And I would argue that our condition as a community is largely dependent upon psychological helplessness. It is dependent upon political apathy, and it is dependent upon social indifference. So we have to wake up the sleeping masses. And the way to do that is by letting them know that by organizing, we can begin to address many of the concerns that are relevant in their lives. So we have to wake them up, shake them up. We have to organize, we have to galvanize, and we have to mobilize.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, he just gave us some strategies, and if you don't know how to take notes in school, or you may not know how to take notes in church, or wherever you learn how to take notes, he just gave us 3 practical points that I'm telling you it is important that we must really hear. But the main thing that he said is organize. Now, I got something to say about that, and I got a question for him. But listen, we got to pay some bills. Now, you know we got to stay on air, so the next time he comes, we can talk to him again, okay? So listen, y'all, keep your radio locked right here, and we got more music and more of Dr. Umar Johnson right here in the studio. That's Shreveport's #1 gospel station, 980 93.3 KOKA.
KOKA would like to congratulate February's Church of the Month, Calvary Baptist Church in Shreveport. Pastor Joe Gant serves as pastor. Visit Calvary at 5823 Ledbetter on Sunday. For more information about their church, call 318-636-4930. KOKA's Church of the Month, Shreveport's #1 gospel station, 980 93.3 KOKA.
Progressive presents Forced Metaphors about bundling your home and auto.
In sports, 3 goals is a hat trick. And when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, you get a hat trick of great savings and round-the-clock protection. So you might be thinking, wait, that's 2 things. A hat trick is 3. But in this metaphor, great savings counts as 2 goals, and so does round-the-clock protection. So it's like 4 goals, and that's more than 3. It's basic math.
Forced Metaphors, presented by Progressive. Bundle and protect today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discount not available in all states or situations.
Have you wanted to speak a new language, but thought it would be too difficult? Then try Babbel. Babbel starts by teaching you words and phrases that gradually get more complex. Soon, you're practicing short conversations. So in 15 minutes a day, you'll be speaking a new language in a few weeks. Babbel is built around real life. It teaches you practical conversations that you will actually use. Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free. Just go to Babbel.com today. That's BABBEL.com.
Exergen would like you to know about an important new study by the FDA. It confirms what the medical community has always known. Non-contact thermometers are not accurate, and they fail to meet FDA requirements for accuracy in labeling. With new strains of COVID on the rise, we can't afford to tolerate rampant false temperature readings from non-contact thermometers. Accurate temperature measurements are essential. You need Exergen thermometers because they are accurate and backed by over 100 clinical studies. Be sure, be accurate with Exergen. Learn more at Exergen.com.
This week at Macy's, we're ready for a winter pick-me-up with an extra 20% off when you use your coupon or Macy's card. Or shop incredible specials like 30 to 40% off designer handbags and 65% off coats to finish the season in style for him and for her. And get 1,400 thread count sheets for just $39.99. Plus, Macy's Star Rewards members earn on every purchase except gift cards, services, and fees. See Macy's.com/Star Rewards. Savings off sale and clearance prices, exclusions apply.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
We have over 35,000 listeners. The Light Walkers, the Heartbeaters, and so many more listening. Some love old school, traditional, quartet, contemporary, gospel, rap, and instrumental gospel music, even gospel preaching and community shows. We are here for all of you, and encourage you to join Coca Nation. It's for all the listeners, but those who join will be treated like VIPs. You'll know about concert tickets, giveaways, events, and promotions before everyone.
Oh, thank you. Seriously.
You'll even be offered discounts and reserved seating on KOKA sponsored events. You have to sign up at KOKA.am. That's KOKA.am. Those who join Coca Nation are our VIP listeners.
Yes, thank you.
We play the best in gospel music on Shreveport's #1 gospel station, 980 93.3 KO.
That's right, Shreveport's #1 gospel station, 980 93.3 KOKA. Still in the studio with Dr. Umar Johnson. And of course, Dr. Johnson said something before we got off of air. He said we need to organize. And I really do firmly believe in that, especially here in the city of Shreveport. Dr. Johnson, I want to ask you this question. You've traveled all over the world and you've spoken in so many places. And of course, you've always spoken to our community. From what you've seen abroad and what you've seen here, can you tell us what are some of the things that get in our way of becoming an organized people?
I think one of those things can be religious differences. Obviously, religion in and of itself is not the problem. It's how we use it. And when I travel the world, I find that there's a lot of brothers and sisters who believe that they cannot organize with people who don't pray the way that they do or believe the way that they do. So we have to understand the challenges that face African people, American African people, transcend our religious beliefs, and that if we really believe in a supreme being, we should have no trouble working with other brothers and sisters who were likewise created by that same supreme being. So we have to be able to respect each other's religion, respect those differences, agree to disagree spiritually, but politically and economically, we must be united as one fist.
Wow, that is absolutely phenomenal. And let me just say to all of you all, Dr. Johnson is not only a celebrated speaker, but he's also an author. Dr. Johnson, can you talk about your book real quick?
Yes, sir. Black Parent Advocate, 500-page book that I wrote. Very proud of it. That helps parents respond effectively to the many tricks and tactics that public schools use to try to special educate, medicate, and evaluate children unnecessarily and prematurely. And so by reading that book, a lot of parents here in Shreveport and throughout Louisiana will be in a much better position to advocate for their child.
Wow. How can people get, some people may not make it tomorrow, but how can people get their hands on that book?
Absolutely. So we will have some tonight at the meet and greet from 6 to 9. They will also be there tomorrow, or they can order them from my website, drumarjohnson.com. And to your listeners who live in Savannah, Georgia, I'll be there on Wednesday the 23rd, in Jacksonville, Florida on Thursday the 24th.
Wow, I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Johnson has taken time to sit with us today. I know he is going to be moving around the city all day today, and not only he's going to be moving today, but he's even going to be moving through the city tomorrow. And let me just say to all of you that are listening to me right now that we definitely need to pick up the phone and we need to call and we need to find out more information about where he is and on his calendar and things he's doing, because we want to be a blessing to what it is that he's doing. Now, he spoke about one of the things that keeps us disorganized is some of our religious differences. And when he said that really pressed upon me, because a lot of us don't come together because we are afraid of what each other believe. And that is something that I'm not here to try to be, the person that's speaking. This is Dr. Umar. That's what he's here to do. But Dr. Umar, can you go back to that real quick? Because I know there's probably 100 pastors that's listening right now. I know we have, if I don't know anybody else is listening, I know pastors are listening right now. Can you elaborate on that a little more and expound? Because some pastor may need to hear that revelation that you have as it relates to religious differences.
Absolutely. And when we look particularly at the Black church within the African American community, one of the things that I have seen that have also contributed to us not working together is even when pastors are religiously homogenous, they agree on the spiritual system, they can also still end up being at odds because they're fighting for membership. They want to increase the congregation. So sometimes the need to want to have the biggest church or a better church prevents them from working with another pastor who may be just as effective as they are. And then you also have to talk about the money tree. Wow. And so a lot of pastors will also fight over each other or with each other because they want to make sure that they are not in any way undermining the collection plate on Sunday. So we have to stop putting the money before the progress of the people, and we have to stop putting the size of the congregation before the progress of the people.
Wow. I mean, when this guy speaks, it's just like the statements are so plain, the statements are so direct, the statements are so you just can't come back and rebut. Dr. Johnson, growing up, were you a part of any type of debate team or anything like that?
No, sir. Black history class in 4th and 5th grade, 6th grade, I found out I was related to Frederick Douglass, and the rest was history.
That's all you need. You just need a connection. I'm just saying, and you can hear all of it in his voice. Ladies and gentlemen, he's going to be tonight. He's going to be at the Uptown Bar and Lounge, and of course, he told you he's going to have books. His books is going to be there, and that's again located at 1605 Marshall Street. And tomorrow, he's going to be there at Southern University. That is the Jackson Building, 3050 Dr. Martin Luther King Drive. And he's going to be on the panel and a part of the symposium. And also, there's going to be a luncheon. Now, the luncheon speaker is going to be Dr. Sharice J. Nelson, who is an assistant professor at Southern University, Baton Rouge. And also, she's the author of the Congressional Black Caucus, 50 Years of Fighting for Equality. Now, you want to hear Dr. Johnson speak at the, what is this here? Let me see. The panel and the symposium. I'm trying to get it right because I don't want to mess y'all up, all right? And the topic for that is going to be Unity Through Social Justice Reform. So make sure you're there.
10 o'clock.
Make sure you present there. And he's right. At 9 a.m. It's going to be at 9 a.m. But you're speaking at 10?
I believe the people begin to come in at 9.
Okay.
The panel at 10, and I speak at 11.
All right. So listen, y'all. Make sure you're there. Doors are going to open at 9. Be in your seat at 10. Hear what he got to say at 11. And get you something to eat at 1 o'clock, okay? Do all of that. Do all of that. Keep your radio locked right here. You're listening to Shreveport's #1 gospel station, 980 93.3 KOKA.
Criminal law and civil litigation.
Let
me just say to all of you that are listening to me right now, it is important that you pick up the phone and call Attorney Shante Wells. And the reason why you want to call Attorney Wells, because if you
double A in the building. I ain't even see you stand over there. Yeah, you had to teach today, didn't you?
Yeah, every day.
You just coming from work.
Well, I went to the hospital. She was in the car.
Princess, you doing all right? All right. Ancestors ain't done with you yet. Stay strong. Oh. Oh, man. I think this might have been the quickest turnaround for a city, you know. Hey. You're walking pretty good, young lady. Walking pretty good.
We'll have a break until next year.
Okay, for sure. All right. How we doing, good bro?
Quinn, Dr. Johnson.
Pleased to meet you, Quinn. Should I sit here? All right.
I know I don't. I mean, I just get all just confused, discombobulated, all that.
Yes, you don't know what to wear.
Show. She know what to wear for the weekend.
I don't have any plans. I'm trying to go to the comedy show.
Because I had heard that you got plans at the comedy show, is what I heard.
Well, you all right then.
I'm dancing in this room.
110, which one you trying to get into?
Let me go to the 10.
Oh, that's cool. Sheila, how many people gonna be at your table?
It'll be 3 altogether.
Y'all, 102-1, who's this?
Yeah.
How you doing today? Where you rolling right now?
I'm rolling on 371 on my way home.
All right, you had a good work day today?
Oh, hey, dude.
Yeah.
You all right?
For the weekend,
Good to see you, man. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What you got planned?
I'm trying to go to Marathon now.
Sound like you're not trying to. You in the building.
All right.
2 shows tomorrow night, 8 and 10. Which one?
10.
How many people gonna be at your table?
4.
Latest R&B from Maxwell. 1021, Katie Cass. Good afternoon. How you doing, sir?
Good afternoon, Brother Quinn. Oh, all right.
No. Oh, no.
How's it going?
I'm good.
All right.
Shake your hand.
Yes, sir.
Good meeting you, man.
Likewise.
Hey.
You said that right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of came through. I left my office and I came through and heard you talking over there when you told them they were still enslaved. I said, oh, Lord, it's my 4-5 Ricks that have more on I-20 right there. Like, oh, Lord, they still got me. I thought I got away. I said, oh, I got to mess with it with a beat on that one. Hold on 1 second, sir. Hold on. What's that name again?
Dr. Umar. Oh, I'm sorry.
What is it? I'm sorry. Romanda. And let's see, Romanda, what's up? It was Nelson, right? And give me a phone number, Romanda.
318-268-5991.
All right, and you going to the 10, right?
Yep.
And how many people again?
4.
Romanda, have you been to the building before?
Oh, shit.
Okay, babe. I always check to make sure that people know what's happening. All right, so your show, get there about 9:45 or so, all right? Don't forget it's a 2-drink minimum. See you tomorrow night, babe.
All right.
Be good. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. We got about 4, maybe 5 minutes.
No problem.
Then we'll get
No
you
problem.
on here. Y'all, 1021, who's this?
Hi, this is Barbara.
How you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. Where are you calling me from? Where are you rolling right now?
I'm rolling in Bossier City.
Had a good work day today?
I did.
So what you got planned for the weekend?
I'm hoping to go to the comedy show.
Why are you hoping?
Well,
I knew that was a good question. Why are you hoping? You didn't call me to hope. You called me to get in the building. Did you not?
absolutely.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, 2 shows tomorrow night, 8 and 10. Which one?
How about the 10 o'clock?
And how many people are going to be at your table?
Sunday morning.
What's their first name again?
Barbara.
And Barbara, what is your last name?
The comedy show tomorrow.
Hardman.
And give me a phone number.
318-347-7423. I am so happy that I got through. I have called about 100 times.
What 101st added, made it right there, Barbara. All right, so you got 4. How many people coming with you?
4.
And Barbara, this is your first time?
This is my first time.
All right. 618 Commerce downtown.
618 Commerce.
Got that? All right, so, yeah, all right, so since you're coming to the 10, get there about 9:45. You don't need tickets. You're going to be on the radio guest list.
Okay.
All right, and you guys just show up. They'll show you to your seats. And just keep in mind it's a 2-drink minimum, and that's it. We're going to have some fun.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you for listening. Thank you for making 102.1 your radio choice, babe.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Queen.
Hold tight, hold tight.
Okay.
Hi, this is Barbara.
How you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good, thank you for asking. Where are you calling me from? Where are you rolling right now?
I'm rolling in Villager City.
Had a good work day today?
I did.
So what you got planned for the weekend?
I'm hoping to go to the comedy show.
Why are you hoping?
Well, am I going
I
to the
know that was a
comedy
good
show?
question. Why are you hoping? You didn't call me to hope. You called me to get in the building. Did you not?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, 2 shows tomorrow night, 8 and 10. Which one?
How about the 10 o'clock?
And how many people are going to be at your table?
4.
Yes, ma'am.
Who's coming?
No, I'm not. You're welcome to go on stage.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the Oprah thing. You're on stage. You're on stage. No, I have a comedian named Wody who is out of Mississippi. He's been on all of the little, the tour stuff that's out there. Pretty funny guy. And then Hot Topic, who's from here but lives in Dallas now, he's one of my favorite openers. And then we got 2 locals. So I always do 4 comedians at a time.
Okay.
So it's a cool show. Y'all are welcome to come. You're welcome
You
to
said
come.
tomorrow, 8 and 10.
8 and 10. Love to have you. You know? I don't know if I want you to go on stage and shock them.
Nah, I ain't
No, but
getting
I'd love
on
to have
stage.
you. I actually, I made mention to Lynn yesterday about it, and the lady, Dr. Sharice, I made mention to her, and so she kind of said she kind of wanted to try to come as well. So you guys are welcome to come.
So you're gonna put our names on the list?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Lynn said once we get here
Tomorrow? Today?
Uh-huh.
Okay, go ahead.
I guess to call him. He wanted you to call him for something.
Ooh.
I don't know.
I don't know that part of the story.
I don't know.
All right. I got 2 minutes.
Okay.
Let me see what I can do here. Let me see. Yo, 1021.
Yes, is this the right radio station to win the tickets to the comedy show tonight?
See, you just hurt my feelings. You don't even know where you called.
I had to Google it.
You had to Google it.
Yeah.
My feelings, you hurt my feelings more every second we talk. So now you didn't know, and then you had to Google me too. Well, at least Google knew. At least I like Google now. I know that Google sent you in the right direction. Who is this, by the way?
This is Brittany.
Brittany, where you calling me from? What area?
Well, actually, I'm in Shreveport. What is it?
Well, see, Brittany, you messing up. You don't even know where you are right now. You just know you're in Shreveport, huh?
I'm working.
You're working.
Yeah.
All right, so Brittany, let's see. I got 2 shows tomorrow night, 8 and 10. Since you're trying to get your laugh on, which one you want to go to?
It's 10 o'clock.
And Brittany, how many people going to be with you?
Including me.
Take your time. How many?
You
You sure, Brittany? You don't have to Google that, right? I'm just checking. Huh?
No, I don't have to Google it.
Hold on, I need some info from you. I better tell you where it's located just in case you don't know that either.
Right, I'm going to have to Google it.
See that? That means you have to pay the internet bill.
Oh, God.
Hold tight.
All right.
Hold on, boo. So, do you want me to call him before we actually go on air, or is that what you're kind of saying to me?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool.
Oh, you know what, Quinn? This
Is
is what
the
he
right
said.
radio station to win the
If you need the information where everything is going to be, call him, and then he. Okay, cool. Then. All right.
This is 9
Okay.
happy hour tonight.
Right.
9 o'clock in the morning. Our brother. He's a piece of. I got 5 minutes.
Okay, perfect.
At least I like Google now. I know that Google sent you in the right direction. Who is this, by the way?
This is Brittany.
Brittany, where you calling me from? What area?
Well, I'm in Shreveport. What is this? What area?
See, Brittany, see, you messing up. You don't even know where you are right now. You just know you're in Shreveport.
I'm working.
You're working.
Not yet.
All right, so Brittany, let's see. I got 2 shows tomorrow night, 8 and 10. Since you're trying to get your laugh on, which one you want to go to?
Oh, well then Biden, baby, Biden.
And
Biden.
Brittany, how many people gonna be with you?
I'm on Barack's inner circle list.
You sure, Brittany? You don't have to Google that, right? I'm not checking.
All right, call me back. All right.
I better tell you where it's located just in case you don't know that either.
Right, I'm
I haven't seen that. I got something look like that. Hold on, stay there.
That means you had to pay the internet bill.
Oh, God.
Hold tight.
That is what I'm talking about. 320-1021, man. We're having fun this afternoon during the show for sure. Dr. Umar Johnson is in the studio. So now I gotta really, y'all, when we come out the break, I gotta act like I read one book at least one time for about an hour and try to have a little sense on the show this afternoon. We gotta give them that church welcome as well. Hold tight, more old school. Today's R&B, home of the Steve Harvey Morning Show. We'll be right back.
Here's what happened on the Steve Harvey Morning.
You're next. Let me see what I got. Because I had something else that looks like that.
That's a reception, then you should have this.
I don't know if with me. Hold on. Let's see what the reception. This is what I have right here.
Yeah, that's the event for tomorrow. Yeah.
Right. So luncheon panel.
Yeah.
And 1. And it's gonna be a Southern. And there's that part of it.
The first part is at 9.
Yeah. Yes. I have that on.
Okay.
I actually have that from when I talked to her yesterday.
Cool.
So yeah, I made notes.
All right.
What was happening there? So I think we're pretty much set.
Tonight is the reception. Yeah.
So we should be good. We should be fine. Yeah, I wasn't gonna go into a situation this blind. Heather, what's her name again?
Brittany.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
What's your last name?
You like your meal.
Yes.
I ain't eating shit.
Spell it.
You had no time to eat.
You check and see if you still remember that too. Give me a phone number.
That's the grind, though. That's the grind.
318-510-1400.
You still got 3 hours.
And you want the 10?
What time is it?
It's almost.
What time is it right now? 4.
So and you want
4:50.
You want the 10 o'clock, right?
Oh, wow. That'd
And
be
how many
great,
people?
Mike.
It's 4 of us.
Okay, and Brittany, have you been before?
I've
The
never
girl
been.
last hour.
618 Commerce downtown.
8 o'clock.
On the corner, right?
Not in the middle of the block.
What time you gonna get there, Miss Bob?
You all right?
All right.
And yeah, and for your show, get there by 9:45.
Go.
Doors open around that time.
Yeah, I gotta break
They'll be
that
switching
book,
everything out.
She
And
got a
then,
box in the
They'll
car.
actually start.
But still load them up in case
10:20.
we run out. I had a box left.
All right.
So do I just show up?
Just show up and show out.
Just in case, anyway.
Your name's on the radio guest list. You don't need tickets. You and your crew. Just don't forget it's two drink minimum. That's it.
Brian from Startup
Okay,
Sealing.
thank you. You so great.
All right. See you tomorrow. Enjoy.
I'm saying, have you gone?
Bye.
No. Okay. I'm not the Baptist preacher.
So, Dr. Johnson, is there anything specific during our conversation that you'd like to touch on for me to lead you into?
Education.
Okay, cool.
Special ed, ADHD, conspiracies, traps, scandals.
I don't think I might have to edit the rest of the show just to give you the regular. I go home.
Cut it out, Brother Quinn. Cut it out.
Because each one of them go take at least about 30 minutes. We wouldn't want to shortchange it if they were anybody. You know what I'm saying? No, it's all good.
But you know what I love about the radio interviews, Brother Quinn?
Come on.
They force you to consolidate your message. You follow me? It's an exercise in verbal efficiency.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes. Oh, and you use the word efficiency on my side of it. If I'm trying to teach someone, I would call that word economy.
Yes, sir.
Because at the end of the day, it's about getting your point that you thought you wanted to make. See, I said that?
Yes, sir.
But unfortunately, time ain't on your side.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
So you realize real quickly that it's get to the point that you're trying to make. And then if it happens to be a little extra fluff, then it's cool. If y'all were listening kind of with my callers, they're having fun. Oh, I'm on. I got a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Yes, sir.
It's packaged.
Yes, sir.
Here you are. Here's what I'm doing here. Bye-bye.
Right.
Here you are. Bye-bye. If you're listening, it sounds like a lot of stuff going on.
Yes,
but
sir.
It's really quick.
Yes, sir.
It's really quick.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So.
Nothing worse than a caller who don't know what they want to say.
Yeah. Like the last one, I really literally had to help them. Is this the radio station? I'm like, okay, now I gotta play with your mind just a little bit. And say, I won't make that call no more, without knowing, but it's not to insult anybody. It's just so cool. All right, this is good. We got 1 minute left. Finish you.
What's in your wallet? Savings and available coupons vary. Has Bad Credit Trouble got your number? If Bad Credit Trouble has your number and you need a car, call our number, 861-5113. At Jimmy Grunge Used Cars in Shreve City. We don't care if you're divorced, a single parent, retired, or have a bankruptcy. We just care about getting you approved for a great vehicle.
30
no
seconds.
credit check required. Only $9.95 down and you're approved.
Do you know someone over the age of 50 that have done significant things within our community and have made a significant impact? I know you know someone over 50. Well, if you know someone over the age of 50, get over to one of our station websites. That's KDKS.FM or KBTT.FM or KOKA.AM and nominate them for the 50 over 50 giveaway, where we will be honoring 50 individuals over the age of 50 that have made a significant impact within our community. Listen, if they're over 50, we'll nominate them today.
My man, Pastor CJ. It's your boy Quinn Echoes, Hot Jams 1021, KDKS Old School, and today is R&B. State of Shreveport is going to be happening this weekend, y'all. Got to give a shout and a salute to Commissioner Lynn Cawthorn and everything he's got going on in the community for sure. Got a guest in the studio, Dr. Umar Johnson. First off, sir, welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Yeah, man. I have had the opportunity of catching you a few times on the tube and sat back and said, you know what? My man is really thoughtful, insightful, inspirational. Never knew I was going to have the blessed opportunity of actually meeting you and shaking your hand. Tell me a little bit about what you're going to be focusing on this weekend, a little bit about what you think about the city of Shreveport, all of that, in maybe a condensed version.
Absolutely. Great people in Shreveport. Only been here once, a few weeks ago, January the 30th. Had the privilege of speaking at Booker T. Washington High School. A lot of love, a lot of messages, a lot of emails, a lot of inboxes from the brothers and sisters here in Shreveport and the immediate vicinity. Tomorrow, being an educator, being a psychologist, I'm definitely going to focus on what I refer to as the psychoacademic holocaust, which is the 6 stages of death, commonly referred to in the media as school to prison pipeline. That's miseducation, special education, psychiatric medication, juvenile incarceration, psychological frustration, alienation, and premature extermination.
See, y'all, you notice I paused. I want to make sure you
cut it out, brother Glenn.
You kind of got all of that inside the mind. Let it kind of illuminate there a little bit for a second. So, I just got to go there. Are there books coming out about this kind of thing? Because you said it so eloquently.
Yes, sir.
You got to have some books coming out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The one book that I have with me here in Shreveport is called Black Parent Advocate, The Art of War for Dealing with America's Public and Charter Schools. That book focuses, Brother Quinn, on preparing our parents to be more effective when they go into the school to advocate for their child. Most parents don't know what to do when the school says he needs medicine or he can't come back. Most parents don't know that's illegal. When the school says we want to be evaluated for ADHD, most parents don't know that you can't prove ADHD objectively. When they say that we're going to expel your child for a given set of behaviors, some parents don't know that the behavior in question may not even be an expellable offense. They don't understand educational law. So I'm on a crusade to empower our parents with knowledge of the law so they can be more successful in the schools. Because what's going on in Shreveport public schools, Baton Rouge public schools, New Orleans public schools is an absolute travesty. And I would even call the miseducation of black children the greatest human rights abuse of the 21st century.
And as you were saying it, I was kind of going there in my mind thinking like, wait a minute, that's a whole nother plight.
Yes. Every time a black person is murdered, Brother Quinn, I think that the local school district should be indicted as an accomplice to the crime. Because if you don't miseducate the child, they never get to a point where they end up being incarcerated. Incarceration is a function of economic desperation. It's a function of psychological deprivation. And it's a function of a lack of social liberation.
Oh, man. So how long you staying in town?
As long as necessary, Brother Quinn. We got to wake them up. You got to wake them up.
But this kind of thing, see, we can't do this.
The soul of the black man and woman is sleeping. It's sleeping, Brother Quinn. A lot of our people have psychologically checked out because the lack of gains that we did not see during the Obama era led to political depression in the black community. And now Joe Biden is following right up with Barack Obama, having done nothing for black folks. So a lot of us are just going to go back to sleep and say, see, I got hype. I woke up for Obama. I woke up for Joe Biden. Neither one of them delivered anything to me, so I'm just going to go back to sleep. We can't allow them to go back to sleep because when we go to sleep, we go to sleep for decades. We go to sleep for millennium. And when we wake up, we're in a worse situation we're in than before we took the nap. We can't afford to sleep anymore. Wake up and stay up.
So y'all, I mean, you're listening right now. I know you turned the radio up a little bit there. I know you did. I felt it. Tomorrow, the state of Shreveport. This man's going to be the featured guest speaker. How can you afford to miss this? I got a funny feeling that these words of inspiration and wisdom are priceless right
Absolutely,
now.
Brother
In the
Quinn.
conditions that we're living in right here in the 318 for sure.
And we also, Brother Quinn, got to recognize that the black bourgeoisie bears a significant portion of the responsibility for the struggling of the black underclass because the white power structure after the assassination of Dr. King, April 4th, 1968, the white power structure reinvented itself by adding Negroes to its circle who would be the go-between between them and the black folks in the ghetto. So you no longer get to approach the white power structure because the black watchdogs are the first people in your face.
So, man, I kind of need my job now. So you hit me so hard right now. They said, get off me.
It's true, Brother Quinn. It's true. It's true. You can't name a problem in black America. From Shreveport to Philly, from Brooklyn to Houston, you can't name a problem that white America has not introduced into black America that does not have a Negro that serves as the go-between, the liaison between the power structure and the black community, which is why I would argue that we really don't have black leaders. We have black deal brokers. They don't lead us anywhere. They just broker deals between the black poor and the white overclass. In other words, they distribute crumbs. They go to the master, they bring a crumb back. We get mad, they bring another crumb back. They a bunch of crumb snatchers, Brother Quinn. Crumb snatchers. snatchers.
We go to music. Can you hang out with me about 5 more minutes?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
More old school and more R&B. Time to do it.
Oh, yeah. That was it, right?
Crumb snatchers, brother Quinn. Crumb snatchers.
I got to explain it. Master, he didn't know what he said, man.
Cut it out, brother Quinn. Cut it out.
I ain't worried about that. I run this. I run all of this.
Cut it out.
Millions. I ain't worried about that.
Cut it out. Cut it out.
I'm the one that, my phone ain't gonna ring. Now, his phone might ring, but my phone ain't gonna ring.
Nah, CJ can handle it.
Yeah, no, that's true. No, my phone not going. No. Oh, that's funny.
I'm trying to understand how Eminem takes a knee at the Super Bowl performance, brother Quinn. The rest of them don't take a knee. You got 5 black performers.
I brought that up Monday,
nobody take a knee. The white boy takes a damn knee.
Yeah.
That's a travesty, man.
I brought that up Monday, man.
That's a travesty. Eminem took a knee. Snoop ain't take no knee. Mary ain't take no knee. Dre ain't take no knee.
It got by so many people, they didn't even notice that it happened.
I know. Yeah. I know.
So I brought it up, and I'm like, y'all didn't even see that happen. You were so busy into the music, which I get, but you had to be very, very observant of everything that was going on.
Oh, man.
That's good. That's good stuff. Man, I think you're scared them off and come to the comedy club there at home going, oh, Lord, I think I got to think about what I'm doing in life.
We better. We better. They try to turn this into a permanent underclass.
I was talking to some, didn't really know them, some guys that they had, they own an electric company. We had some work we were doing at a building. And I can't even tell you what really inspired me to strike up the conversation with him.
Mm-hmm.
Then the conversation, we started out on the pandemic part. I went from there and just kind of evolved. I said, well, let me ask you questions until we seem to be getting along. I said, let me ask you a question. I said, so if they had took over the Capitol building like they tried to do, what was they going to do the next day?
Good question.
What were you going to do the next day?
I guess they're going to escort Trump back in the office.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? and what comes with that? Why would I was asking the same damn thing. I'm like, yeah, sure you were. But in a way, maybe they were. Because, you know, if you really step back and look at it and say, well, if you're going to reorganize the power structure of the country, what are you going to end up with?
Exactly.
Chaos.
And they got slaps on the wrist for that. If black folks would have done that, we'd have been mowed down like dogs.
Yeah, it would have been. We would have been
a carnage.
Yes.
A carnage.
So
terrorists.
It would have been so ugly.
They never used the word terrorist with them.
Nah, never. Here I'm coming right back at you.
All right.
Jams 1021, Katie Casso School. Today's R&B, East Shreveport's radio choice. State of Shreveport's going to be happening tomorrow. They got a happy hour that's happening tonight at Uptown. I believe that's going to happen this evening. And Dr. Umar Johnson, a host of others are going to be there, as well as tomorrow. The whole event that's taking place, jumping off at 9 in the morning there at Southern University. And sir, we were just getting into so deep. You know, I'm giving away these tickets to this comedy club over the weekend, and I think you done scared them, dog.
Cut it out, brother Quinn. Cut it out.
I think you throw them a dose of reality to the point they're like, wait a minute, hold on now, hold on.
But the comedy is good, brother Quinn. Speaking from a psychological standpoint, it's important that black people are able to ease themselves because we deal with a lot as black people. As I was telling the Queen on the ride up here, racism itself is the leading cause of death for black people because any cause of death that you look at has racism in its etiology. If it's black on black crime, if it's heart disease, if it's stroke, if it's unemployment, no matter what the cause of death is, racism was the catalyst. So we need a place where we can go and relax because hypertension is one of the leading causes of death for black people, and that's nothing but stress that has not been released. Energy cannot be killed, only transformed. Get it out their system, brother Quinn. Comedy therapy. Comedy as therapy.
Man, your folks got to be proud of you.
Actually, my family think I'm crazy because they're trying to find out why somebody with 6 degrees and a doctorate is running around here being a hellraiser instead of being a successful part of the black bourgeoisie.
Boy, I would like to be a fly on the wall at that family gathering.
What's wrong with you?
What happened to you? That's all good, man. So, give me an idea of what you say you've done a little research in reference to Shreveport and that kind of thing.
Yes, sir.
Well, what's your analysis of
Well, one of the things that bothered me when I came here on January the 30th was on a website for the school district. There was a picture of some national semifinalist students who had excelled in this given area. And it was about maybe 12 to 16 students on the school district's website. And not one of them were black in the photo. So that bothered me because the school district that's predominantly black in terms of its student population, why do you have a poster on the website celebrating successful students, which is okay, but not a single African was amongst them? So what that's telling me is we don't care if the black children succeed as long as we have any child that's able to succeed. Miseducation is the most important part of marginalization, and it is the most important part of mass incarceration. If the schools don't fail, prisons cannot win.
Say that one more time.
If the schools don't fail, prisons cannot win.
Yo, you can't miss this brother right here tomorrow. State of Shreveport. About what time you going to be on stage?
The doors open at 9.
Yeah.
The panel discussion is at 10. I'm a part of that. And then I'll do a solo presentation at 11. And then I believe the lunch is at 12.
Yeah, and that's at Southern University tomorrow, y'all.
Yes.
You still got time.
And I'll be signing books, too. Come get a copy of the book. Even if they can't make the symposium, they should come get a copy of the book because they need it. And at some point, I'll be coming back to Shreveport because I need to do my Black Parent Boot Camp. It's a training I do to help parents
and when you
protect
come,
their
we
children.
got to
Yes, sir. Oh,
for
sure. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Y'all, thank y'all for
Thanks a lot,
stopping
Brother
by.
Quinn.
Okay. Hey, we got more old school. Today's R&B. We'll be right back.